What's up, guys? It's been a minute. We've been pretty busy with some stuff, but honestly, it's just kind of hard sometimes to just pick up the camera and film because we just like to enjoy ourselves. But we have a lot to update you guys on. Just to let you guys know what we're going to be talking about in this video, I'm going to give you guys a little table of contents thing. Buzz and I got our laundry stolen. That was an ordeal. I was actually in a German commercial. Very interesting. Updates on Buzz's games. I got to visit Detmold with my friend, and we did like a girls' day while the guys had an away game. It was so fun. Buzz had an MRI, so stay tuned to hear how that was. Tonight we have a fun dinner with some friends too, so we'll tell you all about that and all that's gonna go on. So first, we got our laundry stolen. To put this in perspective for everyone, we live on the third floor of our apartment building, and in like the ground floor, which is more like the basement of the building, is a laundry room. If you live in America, normal complexes, apartment complexes, have a laundry room that's just shared. So everyone has access to all the washers. So that's kind of what we expected and what we thought. So we just kind of used whatever washer we wanted. Also, you know, people have lack of communication sometimes. So we were informed indirectly about that, but the message stopped before it got to us. So anyway, one day, you know, I go down to do laundry and it's 3 flights of stairs, so I didn't get it as soon as I would have liked to, kind of just let it sit there for a little bit. So I feel like this maybe could have been avoided, but maybe not. And so when I went to get it, my bag and my washer stuff was on, like the detergent was on top of the washer. And it had been like neatly folded and placed onto the floor. And the washer was open and there was nothing there. And I was like, okay, maybe one of the guys needed the washer and did the laundry. So I was like looking around to see if they put my stuff anywhere. Nothing. And I'm like, someone stole our freaking laundry. Mind you, we barely packed anything over here. We packed like 2 suitcases full of clothes. So it's like maybe half our clothes, maybe not. The washers are kind of small. So I come upstairs and I'm like, Buzz, our laundry's stolen.
The laundry's gone? I was just kind of like, what? Like, what do you mean that the laundry's gone? Why would someone want my underwear? Like, why would someone want 3-year-old used panties? They just didn't compute to me.
Also, that's gross. Like, they had to touch our stuff. Like, I would not want to touch other people's stuff.
Yeah. You know, you're not a failure as a wife for losing your laundry. I was like, I'll find a solution as the man. So I wrote a note in English, which probably did nothing, but I took it down there and put it on the washing machine. Was like, hey, we're sorry, you know, if this was your washer, but we'd like our clothes back. We're in the 3rd floor apartment.
Well, also because you messaged the general manager of the team to like kind of ask about the situation, so then we realized that like, oh, we were not
using the wrong washing machine. Yeah, and I think people, because like water costs a lot and energy, so each like specific washing machine connects to your apartment,
which
so,
we
like,
didn't.
We were using their water and their energy. Anyways, I get it. We're like, we're trying to, you know, get our clothes back. We're sorry. So then the next morning, I go down there. The note's gone. And nothing. And I'm like, okay, hopefully that's a start. I go to Lyft. I come back from Lyft. And then I go check again. And there's like 3 separate little like
plastic
small
bags.
Kind of trash bags, plastic bags that just have all our clothes in it. Wet, damp. No note, nothing. And that's it.
Yeah, and then you have to like rewash your clothes because they had just been sitting overnight wet. Oh, that was disgusting. I actually didn't think we were gonna get them back. I thought we'd have to like knock on everybody's door.
Mm-hmm.
And I also thought we were gonna have to like pay them. But we still don't know who it was.
Ransom our
we have
clothes.
No idea. So anyway, I was in a German commercial, which was super random, and it was a technology company, and they needed an English speaker to kind of play the part. I think it was, they call it a commercial, but I feel like it was more of questions that people might ask.
Yeah, like an infomercial or like a frequently asked questions tutorial kind of thing.
Yeah. So I'm sure that they did that with like German speakers, and they're like, oh, English people use our stuff too. So they needed English speakers, and I don't know how Christos was.
Just he's like a media, our media guy for Paderborn. He's just kind of in that circle of people who do media stuff. So like he knew the people that were tasked with filming it, and then they were like, "Oh, you're an English speaker, you can do it." And then they asked him if he knew anyone else.
Yeah, he's like, I've seen their YouTube channel. So thanks, YouTube. It was like 4 hours of filming for like my 12 lines. And I got there and they're like adjusting a plant for like 30 minutes. Like the scene was already set up and everything, but I was just like, holy cow. Imagine making a movie and having to have everything perfect. And I like had to say my lines like 20 different times because even though it was short, it was like you were trying to get across this certain characteristic or quality or like questioning, or are you being too negative? Are you being too positive? Facial expression. So it was a lot.
And she had librarian glasses on.
Yeah. I think they were going for a little older, more mature look than what I bring. But I'll put a picture in here. It's kind of comical, kind of embarrassing, but I love to embarrass myself, so put it in here. Made some great money for just 4 hours of just reciting things. So
the Lord is pretty cool in how he helps us financially in little ways.
Shout out.
Some game updates. We're 2-1 right now. I don't know if we even have had a video since the first game. First game didn't go that great. We lost, and then since then it was like a really kind of like urgent, like everybody's kind of like, ooh, like how are we gonna be this year? And so we had some hard practices and ended up winning a game at home and then a game on the road. Obviously winning helps the morale, the guys are coming together, and so it's been fun.
That second and third game were great games. Buzz is doing really well. Being typical leader, point guard, scorer, awesome dude. So
it's fun.
Making us proud. So when Buzz had his away game, which was 8 hours away, so I didn't go to, 8-hour bus ride, bleh. And so they went the night before and then they stayed the night of. So he was gone all weekend, got back Sunday around like 4 o'clock. So me and one of my friends here, she is dating one of Buzz's teammates. We decided to have a little girls' night. And so we went on a trip to Detmold and went shopping, just got to see the city. I'll put in some clips in here. And then we had dinner. We went to a sushi place, and I kind of forgot sushi was a thing, and I love sushi. She was like, do you want to have sushi? And I was like, oh, yes. And then on Sunday, we cleaned the entire apartment because it's a little gross with 3 guys living here, so yeah.
So the MRI, nothing serious at all. It's just kind of interesting. Like I've been having just like a different pain behind my knee, and I was like, man, this is really bugging me. I'll just go see our team doctor. And he kind of like felt around it and was like, we'll get you an MRI. And I was like, what? Like, doesn't hurt that bad. Like, I'm still fine playing. And I think just like the German healthcare is so like full encompassing. And being a professional athlete now, I've talked to some people and they're like, yeah, like you always want to get stuff checked out and have it on record. So yeah, it was my first ever MRI. I went and did that, and they said it's a, what was the name of it? Whatever. It's just basically like a little bone that like a lot of people have, and it'll grow. Sometimes on its own, it'll just kind of grow, like where you have tendons to try to support your body. So there's just like this little, you can kind of like feel it, and that's what I was like trying to feel out, but said it's like no problem at all. It's just kind of more prone to inflammation for, overuse. So all good news, best news, like no worries. It was just kind of like, wow, we're just jump right to the MRI here.
It was kind of nerve-wracking because it's like, okay, nothing's wrong with me, but what if something is, and it's totally fine if I play on it, but what if they find something and then I can't play? I feel like that was more what was maybe going on in their head, but we weren't worried.
But anyways,
We'll try to be a little bit better about keeping you guys up to date, but also not a lot's been going on. It seems like a lot in this video, but it's been like a month since
yeah,
we
we're
posted,
just we're hitting the routine now. It's getting a little colder, more snuggling, more coffee, more tea. See you guys.